Grand Theft Auto has always been right on the line of being contemporary, not only in its nods to politics, but current technology, and the way that it works those into the mechanics of its games are incredible. Sometimes it puts them on the cutting edge of all of that and it lasts for years to come, and other times it kind of ages it perfectly in a way that it's a time capsule for video games and the current landscape of what's going on in our world. No matter what, it is a great way to take that politicized, ridiculously serious style of subject that we have and turning it into a really fun, ridiculous game that our parents probably shouldn't have let us play all the way back in the day. It's how I learned how to drive, by the way. Sorry, Mom. Now I'm looking at GTA 6. The trailer just leaked. It has a great energy about it. It's going to be in Florida, and Florida Man is going to be at peak crazy with this. And so I'm looking at it, and I think, it already has so many great advancements ahead of the other GTA games. It already has so much experience buying up role-playing developers so that it can make sure it gets the RP. I think the right way to really push this thing, the technology being not only on the edge, but on the edge for a long time to come, is with AI. Now, hopefully I didn't lose anybody yet. AI can be awesome. AI can be cool. AI can make some of us look like a fool. But if you work with AI, my girl or guy, you're gonna see, the technology is going to fly. And I'll tell you how I think it should. Number one, we saw the use in GTA 6's trailer there of kind of a TikTok, a weird social thing, Instagram theft talk auto, whatever it was, and they're posting on there and there's actual interaction. I imagine a lot of that is canned and pre-built into it. What if instead there was a GPT backend that let it actually respond to the stuff you posted on this Instagram theft talk that either you did or the AI did on its own, and it posted things happening around by Florida Man with these in-game models, and then it actually responded to it live in a way that it thinks is appropriate to what's happening on, or inappropriate. I guess it doesn't matter in Grand Theft Auto. It's going to be new, it's going to be unique to each player, and it's going to actually feel like an in-game social media. That might actually get you using it in kind of a scary way. If you think about it, you might actually be looking for likes and followers from fake, AI creations of these characters inside of a video game. That's amazing. That's a really cool way to keep this alive and well in a way that was never alive in the first place, but that's why we're all scared of AI. Number two, music has always been massive in Grand Theft Auto, and the original soundtracks have slapped so hard, I am sure the police were called multiple times, 5-star style. Now, we're looking at GTA in a way that creators are on an all-time high with Grand Theft Auto 5 and RP and everything that goes with online. GTA 6 coming in the mix. They're gonna look for different ways to not do the DMCA because it's not okay, especially on Twitch. I mean, it's on everything, but if you're looking at Twitch as a way, you don't wanna get struck too many times and lose your entire channel. So when they wanna play, there's gotta be a way for them to play with music that's gonna be good. It's gonna be, an ability to be claimed. It can just have a fun time with it. And maybe it's generative and unique to that gamer session alone. What if we're using an AI service that makes generative music on the fly as you play in your car, as you're walking, whatever you want it to be, and it might be brand new, unique music to that one time you're playing the game with all the people that are hanging out with you. I've been looking at this service I've been using called AIMI, and it makes generative music on the fly with prompts if you want to, or just say what you like, what you don't like, what kind of vibe you want, and it just keeps creating brand new music, and it's good. So I'm looking at this thinking, if you can kind of set what you want the feel to be like and you're playing this thing in a way where you don't feel safe having copywritten music, then you can go ahead and use maybe this AIMI style of music generation, and all of a sudden, you've got yourself a brand new, unique experience to what you're creating in Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's actually pretty good. You might get some really crappy stuff in there too, but every once in a while you're gonna get your new favorite song and it doesn't exist yet. And I feel like that's a good way to keep this alive and well for a long time. Next one, and this is so far outside the box that even Amazon can't find an oversized, ridiculous box to put it in and send it to your house in a way that nobody could carry it inside. This could be so cool. What if in Grand Theft Auto they used AI to make it so you can generate your own car that's never existed before, but you have one, and you have to gamble on the fact that you get a generated car that might look stupider than the Cybertruck. It might be dumber than the majority of these concept cars that we see at all of the trade shows where they never come out because not only are they not safe, they're too dumb for most people to manage and spend the amount of money it would cost to get them into their driveways anyways. So I'm looking at the idea, maybe you you can create or use an AI that's going to generate a brand new car for you that then on the market in this game, you go online, there's going to be hundreds, thousands of cars that have never existed, cannot exist in your game, maybe in kind of an NFT style of way, but not in the same, predatory style of NFT, but just in a way where it generates it in a combination of maybe millions of different parts together, and you have your one unique mobile. And it could be, could be like Mobili out there and his Florida man, and you get a weird air fan on the back of your Maserati. I don't know, maybe it turns into all of a sudden Mississippi, and it can go on a river. I have no clue what that's gonna be, but maybe you have the only Mississippi out there and you wanna sell it. Everybody wants the Mississippi. Why? I don't know, because it's weird enough that I would pay, $5 million in-game dollars for it. All of a sudden, you have an in-game market that never existed before in the style of like Counter-Strike skins. You have brand new cars no one's ever seen. You maybe build up, you get speed in there, you can race, you can be the #1 like Need for Speed Underground style of GTA 6 racer with a brand new car that nobody's ever seen, and then they all want after it's got some wins under its belt. How cool could that be? I love the idea of that. It's not gonna happen. I love that one. But if it was full cooperative gameplay, where there is an AI that plays with you the whole time, but it's drop-in, drop-out multiplayer, hopefully that scales, in difficulty when somebody else joins in. But if somebody joins in, that AI is taken over, gets controlled by the second player, they get to play with you. When they drop out, it goes back to just AI control. Yeah, I'm talking, artificial intelligence is in like we programmed it to behave in certain ways according to the linear actual narrative of the story. It's going to move in the way that you do. It's going to just support you in what you do. But when somebody else jumps in, it's unlocked. It gets to be somebody else playing the game. Drop-in, drop-out multiplayer is something that I've been wanting cooperatively inside of a Grand Theft Auto. I love GTA Online. It's so much fun. I love the craziness but there's just one or two of you. Maybe you don't want to play with the masses or everything like that. You just want to sit down with your giant masses, and your Yogi Bows and just chill, or whatever gamer chairs you got. See AK Racing right here. I don't have a code or anything like that. It's a pretty good brand. It's a good chair. Last thing, I was thinking just as small is we already have so much generative art out there that's being created by AI. If you're gonna have a really good photo mode, I'd say the only way to put something like Spider-Man 2's photo mode to shame is if you are able to take pictures of like the city skyline. It's beautiful, sunset out there in Vice City, and it's really pretty. Then you wanna add in Godzilla blowing it up for some reason. I think that could lead to endless time spent in a photo editor and photo mode inside of a video game, probably more than any other one except for, like Dreams. If there's any game that is going to use AI in a way that keeps the game alive and well with millions of stories to tell, it's gonna be Rockstar in Florida Hell. Not a lot of great ideas happen up here, and I think these ones are kind of fun. Do you have a better one? You let me know. I appreciate y'all. All right, deuces and truces and move them cabooses. I'll catch you next time.